All right, for the mystery box this week, we're still going to have variability. If you want to change up which week you do it, that's totally fine. This is just the order that we then chose. And I'll go through each one and kind of explain it a little bit further. But just as the last block, they're pretty self-explanatory. First challenge that we have is a pull-up bar hang. The goal is to be into whatever groups. I usually just say stay in your lifting groups. That's much easier. The whole point is everyone has to be hanging from a pull-up bar at all times. You can't climb on top of it. It's just hanging. It doesn't matter if their hands are alternating in a chin-up grip, pull-up grip, doesn't matter. The goal is just to be hanging at all times. For this, it forces a communication between athletes and their group saying, hey, I can hold for 30 seconds. I usually give a timer call, hey, every 30 seconds. We got 2 minutes left, 1 minute left, whatever it may be. It forces them to kind of go through. It's very difficult to hold on to a pull-up bar for 60 seconds straight. So if there's three to a group, it would be very challenging for everyone to go 1 minute. And that's why we develop that communication of, hey, I'm slipping, I'm slipping, I'm slipping. Who can come and help me? Based upon how you want to structure it, you can make it as easy or as difficult as you want. If you want to flip up groups, that's fine. One time that I've done it, I've also let people roam. If someone's falling, but there's no one there to help them, I say have someone run and get it. So if it's a group of two, or if there's one guy at a group and someone's missing, everything still holds, still have to have someone hanging from a pull-up bar at all times. I really like this one. It seems fairly easy until people start to go through it, because if you go all out, then your grip starts to go, and it's very difficult to hop back on. So I really like this one. 3 minutes, everyone should easily be able to obtain it. And then later on, we kind of increase the time to 4 minutes or so. Week 6, we have it as a track relay. This offers to the quicker guy. I like to mimic it like a 400-meter relay. If you wanted to have everyone stay in the lanes, that's fantastic. If you want to say, hey, first round, everyone stays in their lanes. Second lap, you can go to the inside lane. That's fine. They don't have to run a true 400 inside. I'm just looking for one fast lap. One thing that, if possible, is to make your groups as varied as you can. Try and get one female per group, try and have one fast guy, try and have a bigger guy, someone that might be a little bit slower, so you don't create pockets of groups that like everyone thinks, oh man, these guys are going to win, they're so fast. So I like creating a varied group or mix them up multiple times. It doesn't matter. The whole point is we're trying to get 100% effort, one all-out bout sprint. How do we work as a team? Figure it out. If you're not a track runner, doesn't matter. Everyone can still put in effort and get around the track as quick as you can. I like having a varied group because that way, if you're a bigger guy and you go first, rely on your smaller guys for that speed. Have them pick up, have them go first and get out in front, and see if the bigger guy can hold. I really like this. It's usually fun, usually a little bit easier, a little bit lighthearted, because there's only 6 lanes, I believe, 6 to 8 lanes. If you need to go multiple groups, that's fine. This one's a little bit more open-ended for how much time you got. You can go, winner per each round, and then just have a winning bracket at the end. Whoever's won it, everyone goes at the end. You can have the top 2 teams stay, whatever you want, whatever kind of the competitive feel is for that. Almost everyone can run one lap 100% and usually have fun with it. So this one lends to the quicker individuals. Week 7, Prowler Sled Relay. Almost identical to the 400-meter relay track one we did the week before, except now everyone is pushing a sled on the track. If you're able to do this, you can do it in lengths. It doesn't matter. The point is to have them push it for about a 60-second duration before they then rotate. Everyone can push a sled that's empty, but their legs and lungs start to burn, and everyone's going to want to quit and switch. But this forces everyone to communicate, encourage each other, push each other, be a part of a team, be a part of this grouping where they really say, hey, we got, 20 more seconds, try and get to the end of the lane, try and make it around the curve, whatever it is, that 60-second bout. And because it's a empty sled, allows them to kind of dig deep and find that second gear. Even if they sprint for the first 20 and then walk march it for the next 40, that's fine. They can go at any speed that they want. We look at total distance covered per groups. This really builds up an anaerobic threshold for them. And I really like it. It develops that grit, that keep moving, let's not give up because I'm tired and I feel uncomfortable. So this usually works out fairly well. Only one round. No one really wants to vote for 2 rounds. But hopefully this goes well. Everyone's kind of usually enjoyed it. One other thing that I push is for the sled to always continually be moving. So once you blow the whistle for 60 seconds and rotate, I usually suggest that the last athlete try and do one last final push. Athlete 2 is right by their side and hopping right in. I like to have all teams or groups jog next to each other, and kind of how we mentioned up here as well. If you can, stagger them. It's always good to know that you're getting chased or you got someone to chase. It just kind of adds to that competitive feel. Last one that we have is a plate sit-up pyramid. For it, we're going to start at 5 reps, and it's just like our on the minutes. If you're able to complete round 1 in 20 seconds, you have 40 seconds rest. Each round, we do add an additional rep. So as you see, round 2, they have 6 sit-ups. Round 3, they have 7. So by the time, if we're able to get to 10 rounds, they'll be doing 15 plate sit-ups within that 60 seconds. The goal is, can we last all 10 rounds? As we'll see, as we fatigue, our sit-ups start to get slower and slower, and the time duration that we have for rest gets less and less, which is also kind of why we're starting at 5 for that. I leave that open for what plate they want to choose. I would suggest something that would be challenging, so not everyone's grabbing a 5 or 10-pound plate and then blowing it out of the water. The point is, how quickly can we recover in bouts, and how long can we kind of have that strength endurance for our core work throughout.